We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's a dream matchup on the mound. Coming up right after this. Tony Gonsolin gets the call for Game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's done a real good job on the year cleaning opponents' batting average down. Both righties and lefties coming into this one, hitting under 250 against this guy. He's been good all season long.
Digging in, Eddie James. Watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic triple crown. He leads all three categories. Smoked on the ground up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Batting fourth.
At the plate, Alec Bohm. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And now they've got him in a rundown, and they've got the runner hung up between first and second. And try as he into the box now, Michael Busch. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The first baseman, Michael Busch.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. That's lifted the other way out to left. James has him played perfectly as he puts it away for out number 1. Here's Jock Peterson now. He has no prior history against this pitcher. Skied in the air to straightaway left. James is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Striding in, Ketel Marte. Day off for him yesterday, but back out there for this one. Hit in the air out to straightaway left. James will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first. Now to the plate, Eddie James. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case. This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Center fielder looking up. Gone. Big dog's gotta eat. So it's a solo shot to dead center. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate. And the Phillies grab a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
So stepping in, Gavin Lux.
Now batting, number 9.
Dodgers have yet to break into the hit column here. Lifted in the air out to left. James comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Into the box, Hunter Renfroe. His guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column.
Hunter Renfroe.
Swung on and hit in the air to left. James is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Some of our nation's young minds. Eddie James will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up is the center fielder. And that one is gone.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
So striding forward now, Michael Busch. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Michael.
A 1 pitch on its way. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Vavra is there and the side is retired. Dodgers down in order. They're still down. It's 2-0. So digging in now, Eddie James, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate. Man, there's just no excuse for a middle infielder to make a play like that, especially your shortstop. Looked like a routine play, but for some reason, he just pulled the first baseman off the bag. It happens, but you never want to give a team extra outs.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Renfroe is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. So no runs on no hits. 1 error in the inning, but a man left stranded.
Yeah, they could only manage 2 hits against him the entire game, so they were never really in a position to even challenge him. Rock solid win and a memorable performance.
This evening's game finishes 2-0 the final score. The Phillies took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Jacob deGrom earns his 8th victory of the season and records a complete game 2-hitter in doing so. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show. And we're going to have a pinch hitter to start things out here in the top half of the inning.
Your attention, please. Pinching for Philadelphia, number 17, Eddie James.
Not fooled there as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out. Victor Arano is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And this evening's contest comes to a close, 5-3 the final.
They left 5 men on base.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. At the plate, Eddie James. The watch is fully in effect these days as he's potentially closing in on a historic Triple Crown. He leads all 3 categories.
If you want to win the Triple Crown, you have to drive in a lot of runs, and this guy's done that. He's driven in several in the last 10 games.
Diaz will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. He's down in order. In now, Eddie James comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. Throw gets him. 2 down. Now in the box, Michael Busch is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these 2 teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
So next to the plate for the Phils, Eddie James. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of.
Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field.
It is gone. Holy cow. Oh, my goodness. I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
So it's a 2-run shot to right center. So he just continues to club the baseball at an alarming rate as the Phillies have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do
Next up for Los Angeles, Cody Hosey, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Hit high and deep out to straightaway left. Left fielder looking up, still going back. A leap, but he can't bring it back into the park. It's a home run. A solo shot here to left. 7 home runs for him on the year now. And the Dodgers are on the board. It's now a 3-1 game.
What a great feeling right there as he circles the pillows, finally able to get this offense potentially going with one swing of the bat, being shut out all game, but not anymore.
Ready to take his hacks again, Eddie James, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
And hey, it was a breaking ball to boot. This guy's a pretty good.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field, his second home run of the game as they stretch the lead to 5-1. Now at the plate, DJ Peters. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Pulls this one in the air out to left. James is in his tracks now as he makes the catch for out number 2. And no tag at second. He'll head back there.
Wow, you don't see a closer finish better than that very often. Only needed 4 pitches to slam the door in their face and salt this game away for his guys.
5-1 the final total in today's game. The Phils used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. Taijuan Walker earns win number 7 on the season. Wade Hackman pitched well, allowing only 2 earned, but ends up taking the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon: